Bum, ba-da-dum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum.
Ring. Hey, it's a happy
Hey.
Fendi on a Thursday
Lasers?
afternoon, evening.
Lasers?
I don't know. Oh, we got
Hey,
lasers.
they got
We
lasers. The
got
3-0
lasers from Dodger
lasers.
Stadium.
Dodger
Welcome
Stadium
to a
lasers.
special post-game edition of the Blue Review presented by LAX. I'm
Awesome.
Marcus Grant with Greg Bergman and Parker Bell. I believe Travis Rogers is lurking somewhere.
If Travis is there, please bring him in.
I
If
see
he's not-
his name on the side. I don't know.
don't know.
We'll see if we can get Travis.
Oh,
There he is.
I see. There
There
you
he
are,
is.
Trav. What's
Yep.
up, Trav?
I'm a lurker extreme.
Well, we're glad to have you. Glad to have you lurking. The Dodgers get a 3-1 win in Game 3 of the NLCS. They have a 3-0 lead over the Milwaukee Brewers, a chance to pull off the sweep and clinch their second consecutive National League pennant tomorrow. But a game that, in some ways, Greg, kind of felt like the first two games of the series kind of didn't. I mean, Tyler Glasnow was maybe not at his best, but he was certainly good enough today.
He was like, besides that inning where he just gave up, he had a long inning in the second inning where he gave up a ton of pitches. After that, he was as good as you could ask for. Everything Tyler Glasnow did, I wish he would have gone just a little bit longer, but the pitch count was high and he did what he had to do. I think he still had like 7 or 8 strikeouts. So he was still great. And by the way, they didn't hit him still, no matter what. Through this whole thing, the Brewers, they had 4 hits coming into this game. They got 4 hits, so they doubled their amount of hits, but that's it. This pitching half has done nothing but hold the Brewers down, and because of it, we got a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead, and Travis, I think on top of it, I mean, the starting pitching we know has been phenomenal. Today, the bullpen guys stepped up. Vesia, Trinan, Bonda, Roki. If the bullpen, I know it's only one game, but if they start to figure it out in time for the World Series, there's no way they can be beat, right?
I Marcus, I think you put your finger on the most important thing. I think that, look, the Glasnow was great. This is no disrespect to him, and the starting pitching has been brilliant, but they got through that bullpen innings pretty stress-free. There was not a lot of high leverage moments that everybody came in, everybody threw strikes. No one was really getting knocked around. And not only is that good for tonight and hopefully tomorrow that Otani can continue the trend of having some really good starting pitching, but it does build a little confidence in guys like Blake Trinan and guys like Alex Vesia and Bonda and some of these guys that, we were terrified of having them come into games when the regular season was winding down. It's like, how in the world are we going to do this? Is it just going to be Sheehan and Kershaw and cross your fingers? Well, the guys that we were terrified of have been really, really good. I think that's by far the most exciting part about where we are after today's game is that the bullpen stood really tall.
Parker, you were out at the ballpark. You're still out at the ballpark right now.
Look at that shot, by the way.
Tell us a little bit about what
that's beautiful.
Look at you right there. Like, you got the sunset. But talk a little bit about what the atmosphere was out there at Dodger Stadium today.
Okay, so I don't want to dampen the mood because it was a great win, but honestly, until Roki came out here, the energy was a little low. I think you're in a situation where the Dodgers, and Travis alluded to it, it feels like it's just a team that's so hard to beat, you almost expect it. And when you're expecting it, you don't get as excited. So in the end, the atmosphere ended up being great, but it did take a minute. I think it's because the Game 1 and Game 2 performances we saw from Snell and Yamamoto set the bar so high that when Glasnow, albeit a great performance, when he didn't reach that bar, everybody else was like, okay, baby giraffe's out here pitching, but he's not getting a no-hitter. Or, it was weird, but I'm glad that we saw what we saw because Greg and everybody, it was really one blunder. Kike Hernandez tried to go out here right where I'm at, actually, in the left field side. He went for that dive, and the moment they allowed that triple, the Brewers thought they can do their death by 1,000 cuts Brewer ball, but it ended up actually Glasnow trusted the defense in the end. Muncy made a great play to save that run over there at home, and it ended up being Dodgers all the way through. I mean, a great pitching duel from Mizorowski. I know we'll talk about him a little bit, but that ended up being a great game, good energy out here.
Yeah, I mean, Greg, I know you this morning, you kind of had a nervous feeling about this. You weren't sure they would get the win. I'm sure you're glad to be wrong. But man, Mizorowski was filthy today.
Yeah, I mean, he was everything that you wanted him to, or the Brewers wanted him to be. He came out and he shoved. But yeah, I woke up this morning feeling like this is not going to be a win for the Dodgers. And look, they did what they had to do to win, but Mizorowski came out there and did everything they wanted. He was throwing 102 miles an hour consistently. He hit 103, but towards the later innings that he was pitching, what did he go? I think he went like 6 innings, somewhere around there. So he went 5 innings. Towards the 4th and 5th inning, you could see that the velocity started to drop. 102 dotted on the sides and hitting the paint is a little bit different than 97, 98 and hitting that paint. And then he just started to get hit, and that's when they had to take him out. But, I mean, credit to the kid. That's twice in a row that he is absolutely shoved against the Dodgers. And I'm so happy, Marcus, that I was wrong this morning. I wanted to win. I just didn't feel great.
Well, I mean, Travis, I caught the end of you and Andy Kamenetsky today, and you guys were talking about the fact the Dodgers right now 8-1 in the postseason, and they've done it by and large without any major contributions from Shohei. I mean, I know he had the triple today, but we have not seen Shohei kind of be Shohei, and yet this team one win away from another World Series. I mean, I think that's one more thing that the Dodgers have to feel good about, and everybody else around Major League Baseball has to kind of be terrified about.
Bingo, right? You look at what they've been able to do, 8-1, and I'm Milwaukee is experiencing it right now. I'm sure that Toronto and Seattle are preoccupied, but the second that whoever advances out of the ALCS takes a deep breath and looks across and who they're going to have to likely play, they're thinking the Dodgers have lost one game. And it's not just that Otani hasn't hit. Really, none of them have hit. You look at some of these run totals, it's not like they're scoring, 6, 7, 8, 9 runs. They're scoring 3, 4, 5 is a big day for them. That other than the series against the Reds, where, the Reds are a very different animal than the Philadelphia Phillies and obviously the Brewers are, the Dodgers haven't hit, and yet they're still winning just about every single night. It's incredibly exciting because, they're finding other ways to do it. And kind of going back to Mizorowski for a second, that he was brilliant. And, he's throwing 103, like Greg said, out of the shadows into the sunlight, into the shadows again. I mean, good luck with that. But when they did get a chance to touch him up, you saw them come out. They were kind of debating whether or not they're going to leave him in there. And they decided to do it. The Dodgers cashed it in. They really only had one meaningful chance against him, and they got the big hit in the big moment to finally knock him out of the game. And, the Dodgers playing small ball, opportunistic, like you call it, that Brewer ball, Marcus, that the Brewers have played. Well, the Dodgers have kind of flipped the script and played that on, and they're not hitting a bunch of home runs, but when they get guys in scoring position, they're bringing them home. And, if the Dodgers are doing the little things, it's a wrap. It's just they have better players than you, and if they're playing better and they're still not hitting a bunch of home runs, that's it. I mean, there's no way to beat a team that this many good players if they're doing all the little things right.
And another NLCS with Tommy Edman stepping up in big spots. Had the base hit that drove in the go ahead, eventually the winning run in the ball game. They got one more on the throwing error by Uribe that allowed a run to score, and the Dodgers get a 3-1 win. So, Game 4 tomorrow, 5:38 first pitch time. We know Shohei Otani is going for the Dodgers. Still not sure who Pat Murphy is going to counter with. The Brewer bullpen looking very thin after the first 3 games of this series. Parker, you were willing to go on record and call this a sweep after Game 2. Are you going to stand by that call?
All right, everybody. I'm doing this just for you. As soon as I see myself with the Dodger background, I don't think I can get far enough, but here it is.
Yeah, don't fall. Don't fall down.
The industrial broom. you look like you're shoveling. You don't even look like you're moving a broom.
I can't get low enough.
Are you shoveling dirt on the Brewers already? It's too early still.
I'm burying the Brewers, everybody. It's over.
Well, we will certainly see. Travis, appreciate you lurking and hanging out with us.
Sure.
Always good to talk Dodger baseball with you. Greg, any final thoughts before we get ready to do this again tomorrow?
You said that we don't know who Pat Murphy is going to be putting out there tomorrow. It's probably Jose Quintana. But Pat Murphy would tell you that nobody knows who they're going to put out tomorrow because nobody knows who they are. That's his whole narrative. Ooh, nobody knows who we are. Blake Snell makes more than everybody on our pitching staff combined. Like, those are the types of things that man says. Well, sorry, Pat Murphy. We're just going to beat you instead. It's all good. So, no, a great win, 3-0. Really excited. Can't wait to be back and talk way, way more about it tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning.
Absolutely. I see in the chat Tina Guzman basically channeling Kobe. Job's not finished. So we will see tomorrow for sure if they can get it done. Shohei Otani on the mound for the Dodgers.
Uribe for MVP.
Right now, Abner Uribe might get a playoff share from the Dodgers considering what he has done in this series. But appreciate everybody in the chat. Travis, appreciate you jumping in. Thanks to LAX. Thanks to Carlo for getting us up and on the interwebs today. Back with you tomorrow, 6:30 to 6:55 here on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Looking forward to seeing you then. We'll recap Game 3. We'll get you ready for Game 4. See you then, everybody. Go Blue.
See ya.
Time for traffic.
Yay! The beer review. The beer review.
Oh man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.